no, not again.
All right, welcome back
Welcome.
to our very, very spooky edition.
Yeah, I can see myself in the mirror, and this is definitely a spooky image. I don't know if it's intentionally spooky. We are dressed up for a Halloween party. We had some time before we have to go.
Yep. So we decided, why not drop by? We were listening to some music.
We had some movies on while we were doing this makeup, which I don't know if I want to say who my costume is.
Don't.
I wonder if anybody can
We want
guess.
you guys to
Yeah.
tell us who we are.
I shouldn't have this blue thing on. This is just because I'm cold, but I do have these guys on. If that's any clue for anyone.
Hint.
Yes, it's and my Technicolor hair. Wink, wink. Another hint. Yeah, so if you can guess what we are, put it in the comments. I'll be really happy if one person gets it. That will be great.
Well, hey, if anybody gets it, we'll send them a perf damage pin.
Yeah, we got a perf damage.
Yeah.
Pen. We'll send it to you.
So if you guys, the first person to get it right,
yeah,
we'll contact you and we'll get your information. We'll send you a perf damage pen.
we'll do that. You'll be a perf pal.
A perf pal.
Anyhow, so we just thought before we go to this party, it's an archive party, so there will be a lot of film nerds there, which will be fun.
Yeah, I always like to see what costumes people come up with.
Yeah.
Most of them are movie themed.
Yeah, and the host always has some really great costumes, so looking forward to that. Anyway, so we thought we were talking about our favorite horror musicals and thought, why don't we discuss our top 5?
Yeah, we're gonna do them pretty fast.
All right, so let's roll it. Let's start at the top.
Coming in at number 5, we've got Mad Monster Party, 1967.
Right. This is one that I think is probably not on a lot of people's radar.
Yeah, but it's a really cool kind of kid-friendly horror musical, made by Rankin and Bass. Produced by Rankin and Bass, the guys that did Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman, all those holiday classics that we all love. It's got similar animation style, which is really cool. All the monsters are kind of very comical. They were all designed actually by Jack Davis, the guy that co-founded Mad Magazine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
Oh,
so
that's
he
interesting.
designed all the monsters. So they have like these kind of very big proportions, you know.
I love the werewolf.
I love the werewolf
Yeah,
too.
he's
all like
real
hungover.
Yeah. I don't know if he's hungover.
Oh, he might be hungover.
He
though.
might be. He might have had a good
I mean,
time.
he does like to party.
Okay, so this is one of your favorite horror musicals. Adam picked this one.
Yeah.
But I love it too. What is your favorite song that's in this one?
Oh, my favorite song, Never Was a Love Like Ours.
Never was a love like mine for you. Never was a love like mine for you.
And it's just a really beautiful 60s torch song.
I don't remember it. How does it go?
I don't remember in this one. I would have to have the music to sing along with this one. I can't just off the cuff it. Sorry.
You're going to recommend it?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic song. I can
so
sing.
good, I don't even
But
remember
no,
it.
I can sing Do the Mummy, Do the Mummy.
My favorite would probably be the opening title song.
Full moon brings out the monster in you. A strange tune seems to be playing for you. Yay! Could you be someone's invention, so unreal as you feel tonight?
But I also like all the instrumentals because they're very much like that exotica tropical sound. So if you like Martin Denny or Arthur Lyman or that whole thing.
Or Henry Mancini.
Or Henry Mancini,
Yeah.
who did Pink Panther. this is the soundtrack for you.
Yeah,
And
all the
movie's
music
fun,
sounds
too.
like Pink Panther. All
It
the
does.
like musical interludes kind
Yeah,
of sound like
yeah.
Pink Panther.
I could listen
so.
to the soundtrack.
It's got that vibe. It's very cool.
Get that vibe.
Yeah, and it's a fun story. So
Fun one. So check it out if you haven't seen it. Mad Monster Party, 1967.
coming in at number 4, we have Anna and the Apocalypse, 2017.
Hey guys.
Have a good morning.
Sure, it'll be the same as always.
This is great. You know, it kind of rode that wave with Glee and High School the Musical.
What's it about?
It's a zombie musical, you know, so it's like Shaun of the Dead.
If Shaun of the Dead was an episode of Glee.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the beginning of the film, our main character is very oblivious to what's going on.
She's walking through town and all this stuff,
And all this stuff's
mayhem's
happening
happening
in the
behind her,
background.
but she's too in her own head to like
listening
really
to
see
headphones
any
and
of
singing.
it. Yep.
I'm ready for turning my life around. I'm waking.
Also, this debuted at Fantastic Fest in Austin. That was the very first time it ever played. There are 3 different versions of this movie if you're looking out for it. There's the
Really?
U.S. version, which is 93 minutes. There's the UK version, which is 98 minutes. And now there's a director's cut, which they call the festival version.
Oh.
And that's 108 minutes. It has a whole extra song in it. The vice
I
principal
answered my
gets a
question.
song. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, my favorite song is called Human Voice.
Oh, yes, I forgot to ask.
It's one of those scenes where the whole cast comes together, kind of like in a Broadway musical.
I need a human voice. I need a human voice. Something that I can hold. Something that I can hold in all the static noise. In all the static noise. I need someone to break on through.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. I'm just going to say fun again.
It's a fun one.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
what you say every
I always
time.
say it. It's going to be on my gravestone.
Yeah, well, it was a fun one.
Adam Barker, Life. It was a fun one.
It was fun. It
Yeah.
was good. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
It's a fun. It was fun.
It's a fun is even better.
Sorry, the one has gone directly
It's a
to my
fun.
head already.
This one is your pick, so I think that you should do the honors for number 3.
Yeah, so we settled on a top 5, and then whoever originally suggested it. That's why we're saying it's
Yeah.
your pick or my pick.
Right.
Yeah. So yes. So number 3, Happiness of the Katakuris, 2001.
なんで俺たちのペンションで死ぬんだ。落ち着いてくれ。遺書はないのか。ナイフ持ってる。なんで
This
Takeshi Miike.
yes, directed by Takeshi Miike, who did Audition.
And Ichi the Killer, the same year, 2001.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
So prolific.
Yeah, he's incredible. He's a crazy director. He does all these different genres, all these different styles of films. And this film is as if he took every genre and mashed it all into one movie.
Sort of is. So it's a Japanese film, and it's about this family who has a bed and breakfast, and their first customer ends up dead. So when they first discover the first body, there's this great musical number. The thing is, it's in Japanese, so I don't really remember what the songs are called, and I don't sing along.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's funny too because the movie starts out pretty straight, like
Yeah.
a normal film,
Yeah.
and then when the first body's discovered, that's when it turns into a musical all of a sudden. So you don't even know it's a musical unless you had
Unless
seen a
you
trailer or
know
something,
it's a musical.
or you had seen this and we ruined it for you.
Yeah. But there's a lot of great songs. So a song will happen and it's very over the top and it's in some style. There's one that's sort of a Sound of Music one. There's one that's like a karaoke style. So it's got like lots of like starlight filters and lights, and it's even got the words on the screen that you can sing along. There's one that's just a straight up love song that's, I think, your
That's my favorite
song.
one. Yes,
Yeah.
I think it's called "I Love You."
I love you.
He does the funkiest dance where he throws his leg over
Oh, yeah, up on the thing.
over the balcony
Yeah.
and does this kind of like
Takes his
round
hat
thing.
around.
Yeah. Trying to woo her. It's great.
瞬間神様がささやく I love you
And then they end up flying.
That would woo anyone.
Flying through the air too. Like
he flies multiple times,
yes,
actually.
Yes.
But the thing is, that's the thing about this movie. So there's all these musical numbers. Crazy stuff happens. There's even a claymation scene when some lady's eating soup. She brings up like a thing
little
out of the
demon
soup
creature.
and then she screams and it turns into claymation, and it's this weird little angel-looking demon thing, and it sees her uvula, and it looks like a heart, so it reaches in and takes it out, and then the heart flies off, so it chases it. It's just,
it's absolutely
as
bizarre.
weird as it sounds.
We cannot describe how weird this film is.
Yeah, if you've seen the Japanese film Hasu, this is very similar in a way, only it's a musical.
Yeah. I mean, it has these kind of crazy
It's not
fluctuations.
as psychedelic, right?
Yeah, right.
But it's got that weird humor where just sort of random stuff happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
anyways, weird. Happiness of the Katakuris, 2001. Highly recommend it. Even if you don't like subtitles, get over it. Watch the movie. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's wild. It's fun, but it's also wild.
It's unabashedly insane.
All right. So that brings us to number 2.
Number 2, which there is a controversy about this one.
Well, no, I would just say it's not a controversy. I just wanted to highlight different things than you did in this one. So this one, we're actually going to do a slash, like a split.
Slasher.
Yeah,
But not
so
a slasher.
Charlotte's got her number 2, and I've got my number 2, but they're related.
They're related.
So they technically were just lumping them into one thing.
So what's your number 2?
You want me to go first?
No, I guess I probably
I think you should go first because your number 2 leads into my number 2.
It does.
Coming in at number 2.
Very unsurprising Rocky Horror Picture Show, 1975.
Well, I mean, I think it's probably surprising to a bunch of people that it's not number 1.
It's number 2. And if you know us, you know what our number 1 is. You already
I mean,
know.
we've talked about it multiple times
Ad
on the
nauseam.
pod.
If you've been to our
podcast.
house, we probably made you watch the movie, and we sang along the whole time. But that's number 1.
Yeah.
Let's get back to number 2. Rocky Horror.
Rocky Horror. You know, my favorite song is I'm Going Home.
Cause I've seen blue skies through the tears in my eyes, and I realize I'm going home.
It's the song when Frankenfurter is being kind of deposed on his mission because it was a failure by Riff Raff and Magenta. And he's kind of telling his story, you know? He's saying, hey, I came to Earth, I found out it was wonderful and exciting, and I lived every moment to its fullest, and it's got so much pathos, and it's beautifully sung by Tim Curry.
Soul in it.
Yeah.
And it's one that he sang at karaoke quite a few times.
Oh, it's definitely, it's one of my
Probably happening tonight.
Yeah, it will definitely happen tonight.
Because
It's
this is a karaoke party.
one of my go-tos for sure.
I like Over at the Frankenstein Place. I think that's one of my favorites.
In the velvet darkness of the blackest night, burning bright, there's a guiding star. No matter what or who you are, there's a light over at the Frankenstein place. There's a light burning in the fireplace.
There's a light
But yes, Over at the Frankenstein Place.
over at the Frankenstein
I love it because in that song they zoom in on the window of the Frankenstein place because
Yeah.
it's the 1970s and they had to show off their zoom lenses.
This is going to lead into mine.
So you're number 2.
So my number 2 is the sequel to Rocky Horror called Shock Treatment. It was made in 1981, directed by the same guy, Jim Sharman. All the music was written by Richard O'Brien, so the same musical writer. And Richard O'Brien returns, Little Nell returns, Patricia Quinn returns. Charles Gray returns. The two leads, though, are replaced. So Susan Sarandon, she is replaced by Jessica Harper. Barry Bostwick as Brad Majors is replaced by Cliff DeYoung. I like this one. A lot of people don't even know that it exists, and that's why I'm highlighting it. It's not as good a movie. I'm going to put that right out there. This movie is not nearly as good. You know what it's really missing, though? Why this movie's not very good is it doesn't have a Tim Curry, like a major antagonist for them. And so it kind of fails at that. It kind of pits them against each other, and you don't want to see that.
No.
You don't see Brad and Janet fighting. This one deals with commercialism and television and how it affects people. The music, though, this is where I think it really excels. And Charlotte, it doesn't agree with me. She doesn't like the music as much, but I think there are some really good songs in this one. Like the main song, Shock Treatment, is a real earworm.
You need a bit of shock treatment. Get you jumping like a real live wire. Need a bit of
Shock treatment. Oh, you treat me like a real live wire. I mean, it's a really good one.
Yeah. But the other one, that Denton song.
I
you
love
think,
Denton.
oh, it's
So I
terrible.
love Denton.
No.
Wait, I'm gonna do the jazz hands. Ready? Denton, you just like to mention.
Do they actually do the jazz hands?
They
in the
do.
movie?
Well, there's a bunch of cheerleaders and stuff in that
And
number.
so you've just interpreted
well,
it as jazz
this
hands.
is these are my pom poms.
Okay.
Yeah. I just think it's just underseen, and I just would like to highlight it for people. I would say seek it out. It's definitely not the better film, but it is a kind of fun continuation.
But if you're looking for a science fiction double feature, it is the one to pair with it. Or you can just go to our number one.
Number one.
Number one. If you know us, you know what this one is.
Coming in at number one, Phantom of the Paradise, 1974.
This is one of our favorite movies.
Directed by the great Brian De Palma.
One of his underseen films.
Yeah.
Brian De Palma, who did Carrie, who did Mission Impossible.
Body
who did
Double.
Body Double. Who did
Dressed to Kill.
Dressed to Kill.
Yeah.
So many great films. We
So-
didn't even name half of them.
Yeah, and it's got all of his visual stylings. It's got split
Split-
diopter.
split
It's got
screen.
split screen. And it's got music by Paul Williams.
Oh, Paul Williams. We watched it on our first date, and it's just been a big part of our relationship.
Yeah, and it's
ever
hard.
since.
It's hard to say which song I like the most because
Yeah, well, what is the movie about? It's
it's the Phantom of the Opera story mixed with the Portrait of Dorian Gray mixed with Faust. All
that's a
set
very
against
good way of putting it.
all set against the backdrop of the rock and roll of the 1970s.
Very well put.
Yeah.
Did you write that out in advance?
No, I did not.
It's pretty impressive.
What's fun about it is that it kind of goes through all the different stylings that were popular
Yes,
then,
it starts off with Goodbye, Eddie, Goodbye, which
is kind of 50s throwback. And then you've got the Beach Bums, which
yeah, sing
they sing Upholstery,
and
which
that's
is
when the split screen happens during that song.
it's their Beach Boys kind
Yeah.
of send up, and it's fantastic.
Carburetors, man.
That's
what life is all about.
I mean, we didn't even say in Goodbye, Eddie, Goodbye. That whole song is about a guy that his little sister needs an operation and he doesn't have any money. So he decides to
Kill himself.
so that his album will become a big hit posthumously so that his family will have money for his sister's operation. That's how they start the musical in this movie. It's so good.
Later on, they're looking for a new band, and they find this
The
Kiss,
Undead.
this Kiss-like band that wears makeup. They're kind of glam rock. But one of my favorite scenes in the film is when they have that song and they're auditioning all these different bands.
Yeah.
And so you hear the same song, but done in like country, done in soul, like Motown style.
Half asleep, I hear a voice, I hear a voice, I hear a voice. Is it only in my mind?
Or is there someone calling me? Someone I failed and left behind?
Wrong.
pretty, but no.
All the devils that disturbed me and the angels that defeated them somehow.
No.
I like all the
Work it out, I let them in.
all the good times.
I wish that we had the whole version
Yeah,
of the song
right.
that way.
And the bad guys that I've been. I love it.
I
so
know,
good.
it's so good.
Yeah. I mean, we can't just. I mean, we could talk about this all night because we love
could,
it so
could.
much.
We do. And if you haven't seen it, see it.
Yeah, absolutely. See it. See it for De Palma. See it for the wonderful music.
Yeah,
see it
the Paul
because it's
Williams
actually
music.
a really good movie.
And Jessica Harper, who's in Shock Treatment,
Yes.
is the star of this one, which we forgot to say. And she's got some great songs.
Our love is an old love, baby. It's older than all our years. I have seen in strange young eyes familiar tears. We're old souls in a new life, baby. They gave us a new life to live and learn.
Anyhow, those are our.
Yeah, those are
favorites?
our top 5. You know, there's tons of them out there.
Yeah, what do you think the first horror musical was?
I have no clue.
I don't either. When did that start? I mean, we've got Mad Monster Party. That's the 60s.
Yeah, that's the 60s. There's got to be something right around
one?
there, right?
Yeah.
You would think.
I don't know. It'd be worth looking into. When we don't have a Halloween party to get to.
They want to hear your rendition of
No.
some Rocky Horror hits.
Yeah.
They
no.
want Charlotte to do the time warp is what they want.
No. What they want is I wait until people sing like really upbeat songs, and then I go up and do Eric Carmen's All by Myself, the 7-minute version, to really bring the party down.
Yeah, it has a 32-bar instrumental
And I wait
break in
all 32 bars. I've done that every year, and now people are asking for it. Now I kind of don't want to do it.
Yeah,
You ask for
just
it.
because they want it.
Because they want it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's supposed to be punishment.
I know. They're not supposed to enjoy this. Anyhow, I know you'll do your Rocky Horror. We'll probably do some Phantom of the Paradise. Probably do some Hedwig and the Angry Inch to do another
Oh,
musical.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
albeit not a horror musical. But anyhow, that's what we're going to be doing. Hope you guys have a good Halloween and dressed up and look as ridiculous as we look.
Yeah, thanks for joining us here in costume.
Yeah, in costume. In what costume? I don't know. You tell us.
You tell us. There's a pin on the line, guys.
Pin on the line.
Get some rewards.
Yeah. I think it would be, it's very hard. You can't even see our whole costumes.
Right.
Not that that would help you, but mine's more like the close up of the makeup, but I'm not going to get close up because it's hideous enough
from a distance.
Anyhow, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, until next time. Is
You
that-
always
did
screw
I
it up.
screw
I,
No,
see,
it's not
I can-
until next time.
I
What is
can-
it?
I can feed that line to
What
you,
is
and
it?
I know that you won't get the thing.
What is it again?
He says it every
I don't
week.
remember.
We've been doing this how long? Thanks for joining us here
On
Perf
Perf Damage.
Damage.